post-game press conference. Man, we're excited to be here for sure. This is awesome. Love it here. Looking to come back at least once a year, maybe twice a year. So we're trying to make this a home. Really excited about all the people we've met and interacted with Amarillo. We're going to start taking questions. So if you have questions for anyone up here, go ahead and start now. Microphone's over there. Go ahead.
Check this, make sure I don't scream at everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna run down the line. I got a question pretty much for everybody. Just one, kind of try to keep it short, but we'll just start off down here at the very end. Yeah, Joe, you're going first, man. Can't give you a mic away. Joe, you're gonna be facing Mr. Samuel Jones in the first fight of our main event. Both you and your opponent say your strengths are striking. Do you anticipate this to be a stand-up war? Or do you think the ground will come more into play?
I don't know. I think I have a reputation of being a striker, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, same for him. So I mean, I feel like the rest of them might come into play. I'm just coming in well-rounded, ready for whatever. I know he's a respectable opponent, so I mean, I don't want to just. I feel like it's kind of disrespecting him saying he's only a striker because this is MMA, you know. So I just trained everything and came prepared for whatever he brings to the table, you know.
Absolutely. And his opponent way down there, I can't see it, but I'm gonna, yes sir, Mr. Samuel James, excuse me.
Yeah, there you go.
James.
That's all right.
Really the same question to you in regards to the stand-up fight. Is that where you want the fight, or do you see any specific holes in your opponent that you think you can take advantage of?
Yeah, I see a lot of holes in my opponent that I can take advantage of. I'm not gonna expose them right now, but I definitely do. I know everybody considers me a striker, but like he said, you know, this is mixed martial arts. I've been in the last 8 months, I've been acquiring a lot more skills, so I'm just ready to come out and show you guys what I got, show you who Sam James is.
Absolutely, and kind of like he said, do you think that your guys' striking skills might nullify and make the ground game something that you have to go to, or is that something that you'll worry about when you get there?
Yeah, man, it's something I'll think about when I get there, you know, when we get in the cage. You guys are gonna in for a good show, you know, so it can go anywhere, but just, you know, don't blink and tune in.
Thank you. I'm going to stay on that end, and I'm going to ask, now, do you go by Adrian?
No, I go by AD.
AD, okay,
Yo.
yes, sir. Hey, I wanted to get it correct there. So you're starting your pro career here with a perfect 5-0 record.
For sure.
5 KOs, TKOs in your AMI career. Do you anticipate the same result Saturday night?
I anticipate being able to just go out there and do what I'm supposed to do. You know, just being able to handle myself, just like I see myself doing any and every time I get a chance to go out there and have an opportunity. So that's just what I see myself doing. If the opportunity presents itself, I'm going ahead and take it. You know, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm trying to kill buddy ass. Be honest.
And hearing that, Julio, do you believe, knowing your opponent's abilities, how do you plan on dealing with such a dangerous striker? And what are your plans for that?
I'm dangerous too. You know, I've been working hard. You know, I have my amateur fights, but I've been working so hard for this fight. So I'm open for everything. I'm taking that fight real hard. I'm gonna make it.
Thank you. Yeah. So I'm gonna stay down here, and I'm gonna just go with Mrs. Gomez, because I mess your name up every single time I've ever said it aloud. So after proving yourself really against some of the best amateurs in the nation, winning a few titles, defending the Pete title, how do you see your pro debut going, and are you as excited for your pro debut as I am to announce your pro debut?
I'm glad you're excited. I say I never want to take it to the judges, so any way that I can finish early is always the goal. So that's kind of how I see it, is just one way or the other trying to get a finish.
And your opponent, Miss Medina, you're making your debut against a tough opponent, and you yourself have had a good amateur career. How do you plan on derailing her professional debut and making yours?
I don't think she's had good opponents, and I know I'm going to come in stronger. So it's going to be a good show because I know she's a brawler, but so am I. So I know we're going to put on a good show for you guys.
I look forward to it. And moving on to, we're going to stay down there. Mr. Brandon, and I want to say this correctly, Meneses?
Meneses.
Meneses. Thank you, sir. I apologize. Your opponent is an extremely well-rounded fighter. And kind of in light with the question that I asked earlier, do you see any specific holes that you feel like you can take advantage of when somebody's just so well adapted to the game?
No, I think he's a well-rounded fighter, just like you said. So I need to go out there and keep that tempo on his, on top of him, and just push that pace for him. Yeah.
And then, obviously, to your opponent, coming off a very close and tough split decision loss, a great fight in your last fight. What do you plan to do to get back into the win column? Seeing as there wasn't it wasn't a bad fight. It was a great fight. Honestly, it was one of the best fights we've seen this year, but just didn't quite get the win.
Yeah, I've had 2 slip-ups in my last 2 fights. Started off my pro career undefeated. So, starting tomorrow, I got to take this dude out and just, leave no doubt out there. I got to, either knock him out, submit him, or just beat the shit out of him. But it all starts tomorrow. I'm ready to rip this dude's head off and just take care of business, man, and, enjoy the fights afterwards.
Jumping back over here to the other side, now I can't see some of y'all because Johnny's, he's not a great one. Miss Spees, first and foremost, good to see you again. How do you plan on neutralizing your opponent's boxing and striking? We saw in her last fight that she's got a very good boxing and striking skill set. And do you feel like her last opponent might have given you a game plan that you can follow?
She's got hands and she likes to bang. What more could you ask for? But I'm prepared for it all. I grew up boxing and stuff too, so nothing I haven't seen before.
And to your opponent, again, back-to-back questions on this side. Very close, but again, maybe one of the fights of the year that we saw in your last fights. What did you learn from that loss, seeing as, again, it wasn't not a bad loss, a great fight, a hard fight, and how do you get back into the win column from that?
Yeah, of course. First, thank you to everybody that's here tonight. You guys make this worth it, so thank you to you guys. But, I failed. I can't lie. I didn't get the win. I failed. It's not the first time that I failed in my life, and it won't be the last. I can fail 1,000 times, but I'm going to get up 1,001. Every day we keep putting a foot forward towards our goal to be champion of the world, and time will prove me right.
Thank you. We'll stay on this side. Derek Campos, first and foremost, thank you for coming out today. It's just a pleasure to get the opportunity to talk to somebody who's a legend in the game. You've been in the game for longer than I have.
A long time now. It's like
I was
13,
looking at some of your
14
fights back
years,
there.
Yeah.
But to that point, you and Diego have actually fought back in 2010, and one of your only early losses in a very impressive early streak you had in your career. How do you remember that fight playing out, and do you anticipate any of those lessons helping to secure the win this Saturday?
Honestly, man, I don't remember much of that fight. It was such a brawl, and it's been so long. I'm just looking to go out there and get to work. I'm a workhorse, and I'm looking to brawl, looking to get in his face and just push the pace and break him. I don't know what he hasn't planned, but I plan on following through with what I have planned. So.
And one other question. I know it's been a few years since you fought MMA. We did fight in triad combat. I did see that, which was that was a cool endeavor. I don't care what anybody thinks. It was a cool idea.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Metallica.
But it's been a while since we've been in MMA. I'm assuming you're probably training all the time, so ring rust is probably not something on your mind, but is that any concern there?
Yeah, no, I mean, if you're a fighter, there shouldn't be any such thing as ring rust, you know what I mean? You can take time off due to injuries, take time off due to other circumstances surrounding your life, work life, family life, but at the end of the day, it's your job to get in there, bust ass, and get to work in the gym. And as soon as they offered me this fight against Diego, I was like, all right, keep the work going, let's get after it, push it, turn up the pace, and get in there and put on a show.
Can't wait to see you tomorrow, sir.
Oh, hell yeah.
To your opponent, Diego, kind of finished there saying your opponent is coming off of a 3-year hiatus from MMA, that is. With your non-stock activity in fights, do you think this is going to play a part in the fight, and do you think that it's going to be able to repeat history?
Well, I think it's very good for him. We all do things different. I've been working hard. I've been fighting for titles in Russia, fight against Dagestans. I got a lot of experience after UFC, going to Russia, doing main events, and I learned a lot. I'm going to show you guys what I learned in my last couple years. I don't fight in the United States. I'm super pumped to fight United States. America changed my life. I'm very proud to fight America again. It's been like 5 years. So I'm excited, man. You know, I'm going to fight and bring a good show. My name is Diego Brandão, and you guys find out tomorrow, Saturday.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to actually get to announce both of you. I can't wait to see you in the cage tomorrow, sir.
I
Best of
appreciate it.
luck.
Thank you. Obrigado, Brasil.
What's up, guys, man? Familiar with most of you guys. I know some of you looking to get back in the win column, and I know each and one of you put on the show. You get to open up the main card, Joe. How does that feel, opening so close to home? You know, you get your family, friends come out here. You fight on the same card with your teammates. Samuels, he's a game opponent. You know, I've watched him at XKO, and both of you guys have been working hard. What's going to be the difference in that cage tomorrow night when you enter, Joe, and then you can answer after that, Samuel?
To answer the first part of your question, man, it feels really good fighting here close to home. It's been since 2015, I believe, since I fought here, which was in Lubbock. So it's an awesome feeling. And then me and Campos have been training partners for years, and it's awesome to get to finally share a card with the guy. So I get to set the pace for his fight, you know. So that's pretty awesome. And as far as making the difference, man, I just keep my nose down and work hard, man. I let my hard work, you know, show the result, you know. And that's at the end of the day, it's a fight, and anything can happen. So I'm just gonna fight my ass off, and then, you know, hopefully it's a good show for everybody.
And Samuel, go ahead. What's gonna be the difference between you guys?
Okay. The main difference is, you know, I'm not coming to come out here and play, and I'm coming to take him out. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not coming to, it's gonna go any way it goes. I'm coming to take him out. I mean business, Joe. So let's get to work, you know. And thank you guys for having me. I'm super happy to be in Amarillo, never been here, so I'm just looking forward to putting on a good show for you guys. And, you know, and hey, nothing but respect for you, dog, but it's, you know, it's time to work. You got to get out of here.
AD, man, I'm unfamiliar with you, and I'm surprised because you're 5-0. Julio as well. You're both making your debuts. So really, it doesn't matter if you were 5-0 or, you know, undefeated. You know, you're both 0-0 right now. So what made the chance to go pro now?
It's either now or never. To be quite honest with you, it wasn't really. I mean, I was amateur, and there was a lot of times I was finding it was hard for me to find fights. So you know, when it came down to it, I really had to find somebody who was either crazy enough as me to get in there, or somebody who was dumb enough to get in there. You know, so honestly, it just came to the point where it was like, bro, like. You got to step it up. We want to be able to get somebody in there with you that's going to be able to, you know, test you to get to that next level, because I'm looking to be able to be one of the biggest and baddest in this. So I got to be able to prove myself. And so to be able to do that, I got to keep marching forward. I can't keep, you know, staying at a situation where, you know, I say the water isn't deep enough, if that makes sense. So, you know, I got to be able to go to them deep waters. So I'm just ready to go ahead and, you know, take anybody and everybody with me.
And Julio, for you, you know, your opponent's undefeated. Was there any hesitance on taking this fight?
It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything.
No.
You know, I'm here.
And what can the fans expect if they've never seen you fight before, you know, when you step in that cage tomorrow night?
You're going to find out tomorrow night.
Sweet. Shauna, you know, I've watched your career. You know, 5-1. You know, you won some titles. Now, you know, you're making your pro debut against Yuri. The same thing with her, you know, you're both 0-0. I would say that she's the underdog, you know, and on paper that you would win. Do you take her lightly, or you look at all your opponents and just, you know, take them serious each one?
I mean, every fight is a fight. There's always the puncher's chance, so you still have to go in. Like, cockiness is good to an extent, but that's also the kind of stuff that gets you caught. So always just enter in being intelligent about it, but I still plan on getting the finish.
And same for you, Yuri. Have you thought about that, you know, looking to spoil her debut? Because maybe they're overlooking your debut, but you're here to, you know, spoil hers.
I don't really think I'm the underdog. I know that I'm a lot stronger, a lot quicker, and I've been really focused on perfecting my strengths. So I mean, it's in my backyard, and I'm just gonna go out there and put a show. Like she said, it's, cockiness, could get you caught, but I don't feel like I'm the underdog.
Hey, Brandon, what's going on, man? Both you guys, again, you and Mateo, you started off on a good streak, and, you've had some tough losses. How do you look past that and, at your opponent to get that momentum back and start over on the win?
I feel like I'm a completely different fighter since the last time I stepped in the cage. I've went in there and fought bare knuckle. I've put myself in different uncomfortable situations to continue to grow. So, this is just part of the game. We have to walk that walk every single Saturday whenever we have fights, lined up. So this is no different, just going in there, putting on a show. I know he's the hometown kid, so I need to put him out, just like what he was saying about me. I have to put him out. If I leave it to the judges, I already know it's going to go his way just based off of this being his hometown. So I got to beat him down slowly but surely, and that's the game.
Having a bare knuckle fight on your resume, do you think that kind of gives you an advantage?
Yeah, psychologically, man, I'm ready to take whatever comes my way. I don't care how big you are, how tall you are, what you throw, who you train with. At the end of the day, I'm ready to go in there, throw hands, and be the better fighter.
And Mateo, all your fights have been exciting, man. One of your last ones, your last win was at LFA, where you came from behind, and you showed the dog. And your last two fights, they went to decision. What are you gonna do different so that it doesn't go to the judges?
I just gotta hit this guy with everything, all the power that I have in my hands. If need be, I can take him down. My scrambles are off the chain, man. And I'm a workhorse too, man. Like I'm in the gym every single day. Not just Monday through Friday. I'm in there, Saturday, Sunday. We sitting on stop, dog, and I'm ready to, put a pace on him that he's never felt before. And if we go to deep waters, I'm gonna be drowning his ass. But much respect to him, man. He's a tough opponent. I gotta treat him like a world champion. And you're gonna see Saturday, man. We're gonna put on a pretty good fight.
And but a lot of people thought you won your last fight. Now you're facing Natalia, where she had her last fight, a quick knockout. Do you see that as an advantage on your side?
No, of course not. I don't look at her last fight to have to do with anything. We don't read resumes, we fight. And I have to read the person that's in front of me. I can't fight her based on her last performance. I have to fight her based on what she provides for me tomorrow night.
Sweet, and I liked your answer when you said that, you failed. But you fall down, you get back up. I like that, man. A lot of fighters, they really don't admit that. And I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Natalia, have you mentally got past your last fight? Because I know it was a quick knockout win, and you really didn't get to be in the ring that long.
Yeah, it was one of those things. I took a title fight on short notice, messed up my weight cut, and paid the price. We learn from all of our mistakes, and I'm just ready to go out there. I feel like I haven't fought in almost like a year now, so I'm excited to show each fight I've progressed, and I'm excited to show everybody what I got.
Sweet. Hey, Diego, man, how you doing, man? I see you got the shades earlier, nice shirt. Little Connor S there a little bit. What'd you say?
What are you saying? Repeat again. Connor? Connor, come on, Connor.
No, I'm not. I'm giving you a good compliment, man.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying to get ready for this war. It's going to be a big fight of my life. Every fight for me, every day is a fight for me. In Brazil, you don't have no peace. Every day is a fight. Every day is a fight. Coming to Texas and fight against Derek Campos, one of the most popular fighters in Bellator. I am proud for his taking the fight, and thank you so much for giving the opportunity to kick your ass. Thank you.
Hey, Derek, how do you respond to that?
Big words for Connor wannabe. I don't know what you've been watching, but you're not going to come in my backyard and whoop my ass, so I hate to break it to you, buddy.
Hey, Derek, is there some added pressure, that you are fighting in your backyard against, opponent that you have lost to before in the past, early in y'all's career?
I didn't lose that fight.
It's going to happen again.
I didn't lose that fight. I don't know what fight you were watching, but I didn't lose that fight, and I'm not going to lose again. I'll guarantee that. You can run your mouth all you want, dress like Conor all you want, but at the end of the day, I'm going to get in there and get on your ass. I'm from fucking Texas, bro. I don't give a shit about Brazil. Shit, I'll whip your ass and then go shoot on the shooting range. Shit, I ain't never back down from no street fight. Sure ain't gonna back down from a fight from you. Trust me, brother.
Hey guys, I appreciate it, man.
Told you right now, you're gonna call the cops. That's what you do. Texas. What do you mean Texas? I have a lot of respect for Texas. I live in Texas for the first time I come from Brazil.
Shit,
Was
here in
16
Texas,
years
we'll shoot
old.
your ass. How about that?
You know what I'm saying? So try out then. Try out. You have a gun that you shooting me? Try.
I got these guns, baby.
Oh, okay. Well, then I kill you before then.
Hey, Shauna, how do you plan on finishing your opponent tomorrow night?
I say I'll finish her however it's presented. So whether we're taking it to the ground, whether it's standing up, I say we've been working on some different things. So we'll just see how it plays out. Thanks, Zaylin.
First and foremost, thanks everybody for being here. We appreciate it. Mateo, they mentioned you being from this area as well. What does it mean for you to be back here in front of some people familiar to you?
Man, I've never really, fought around this area before. I was an amateur for about 5-6 years, man, and I've only been in my pro career for about 2 years. So this is gonna be my first time ever fighting in West Texas, and I'm fucking excited, man. I got so many people coming out to come support. Not just me, but me and my teammates as well. So I'm excited, man, to put on a show for all of them and just let them know and let them see, how hard I've been working in the gym. And I can't wait to hear, the crowd go fucking bananas.
Thank you.
Joe, I just wanted to ask, obviously your opponent had said some things earlier about, weaknesses, and, I could see you making some faces over there. I just wanted to give you a chance. What was your kind of reaction and response to what he had to say about you as a fighter?
It wasn't really any reactions. I mean, I've been doubted since before I was even fighting, man. So, that kind of stuff don't really affect me, man. I've never been a big talker, man. I always just go out there and fight. So that was why I smirched, because it wasn't nothing personal. It was just like, okay, it wasn't new. I've been doubted, like since elementary school, and I've always come out, strong. So it is what it is,
And Samuel, what just gives you that confidence going into tomorrow night to be able to come in here and, feel that kind of level of confidence, knowing that you can say this stuff and still feel like you can get the job done?
Man, just my training camp, you know what I mean? I've been out with injuries for the last year. Like I said, I spent 8 months training hard, acquiring new skills, and I'm just confident in myself. Nothing against Joe. I've been treating him like a world champion all this last 6 weeks. I expect him to come in there and try to take me out. So, just being real, I'm coming to try and take your head off. I'm coming to try and get you out of there, bro. So, I'm sure he understands.
And Julio, your opponent kind of talked about having somebody that's either crazy as him or dumb enough to get in the ring with him. Did you take any sort of offense to him, saying that kind of that you'd be dumb to step in the ring with him?
Look at him, he's nervous. Doesn't mean anything. People talk shit all the time. I'm here. Let's go see who get that shit first. I hope he get my head off. Cause if you don't, I'll just start for him.
Boy, I'm finna beat your ass, boy. Talking about nervous.
I'm waiting for you.
I waited for you. Okay, buddy. I'm gonna beat your ass, boy. Ain't shit about me nervous, boy. I don't even know what you talking about, boy. Like, hey, I'm gonna let you know this. Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know where I'm from and nothing like that. I'm from St. Petersburg, Florida. I said I came in here to make a statement and be able to make my presence felt. This shit don't start with him, and it don't start with him. So I'm letting y'all know this right now. By the end of tomorrow, y'all gonna realize who I am and why I came here. And that's just how I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? So before your name was up there for me to fight you, I had the same mission. And they put your name out there for me to fight you, and that mission did not change, and it ain't gonna change. So tomorrow, come on, man. I'm gonna beat your ass like I said before.
Let's get it.
And AD, you talk about, you talk about being able to take him down tomorrow as well, and you kind of mentioned, is he dumb for getting in the ring with you and everything like that? Do you feel like maybe he doesn't know what he's getting into when he steps in the ring with you tomorrow?
To be quite honest, To be quite honest, I feel like a lot of times we have this perception of what we feel like we're gonna do, but then a lot of times when we get in that real life situation, a lot of times you either gonna fold or you gonna make do with what's supposed to happen. So I mean, it's all gonna be on him with how he responds to what I'm gonna do to him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going in there to impose my will, and may God be in his favor, because I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all before.
Please do it for somebody with a half arm. He barely won. So please. Please.
What did he say?
Please, yeah, you heard me.
What? What did he say? Well, how about look at the other knockouts I did to the other boys who was talking crazy like that too?
5'10", my boy.
Okay, well, shit. Well, you see what's gonna happen to you then. You gonna see what's gonna happen to you. You talk about nervous.
Please.
All right.
Somebody with a half arm.
All right. So let's see what happened to your ass when you get out there. I'm just letting you know this right now. I'm coming for your ass. So as many jokes as you can make, you're going to have to defend yourself. So like I said before, my mission ain't changed no matter who y'all put on that paper. I prepare just like anybody else, but I'm letting y'all know I'm here to stay, and I'm going to let y'all know how I'm coming every single time y'all put me out there. So let's get it.
I can't even hear
buddy ass.
So I just have a question for all the fighters. It's very clear that the confidence is super high, which I love it. It's exciting for all the fans. So I just want to start over here. I'm going to work my way down. Behind every great fighter, obviously there's hard work ethic, but there's also a great team of coaches and everybody. So if you just want to talk about your team and how they really, this is an opportunity to show them love, because a lot of people kind of overlook that. There's a great team behind you guys. So just kind of give them a shout out and really talk about how they got you prepared for this fight.
Yeah, I think I have some of the best training partners definitely in the area. Like for the guys at Victory, the guys at Extreme, I'm fighting the toughest guys around. Every day. My sparring rounds, I spar Derek Campos every day. Like that's confidence in it is in Luis Luna, people like Mateo, and coaches like John Moore, and Tommy Alcazar, and everybody at those gyms. Like they're all world class in my book. So I'm getting beat up by those guys every day. Then what am I scared of going 3 5-minute rounds against anybody else?
Yeah.
And that's it's all love to all of them, man. Without them, I definitely wouldn't be as confident as I am now, for sure.
What's your question again?
So yeah, if you just want to talk about your team and how they really helped you get prepared for this fight.
Yeah, like he said, I feel like I have the best coach here in the area, like Coach Eric, Shredders, Legends, Burger, Dragon and Burger, they always got my back. They always show me good stuff, and I've been working hard, and I'm blessed, man, to have them in my life.
I'll echo what he said first, is that I get my ass beat every single day by my training partners. So I have yet to go into the ring and feel overwhelmed, because I constantly get worked by my own teammates and by my coaches. So they do everything that I need to get ready.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to my coaches and my team, Victory Combat Sports Academy. Shout out to John Moore, Shannon. We have a really, really good team that's coming up. We got Joe, we got Derek, we got Luis Luna, we got Tyler Hinton, we got Kaiser, we got Lee. I train with a bunch of killers, man, and they work me every single day I'm at the gym, man, and I go home a little mad sometimes 'cause I get my ass whooped, but we'll come back the next day and just keep on grinding. The grind never stops, and I just want to thank all them for what they do, the time they put into all of us, and appreciate John Moore, drilling the shit out of us, man, because drillers make killers, and whenever it's time to shine underneath those bright lights, we're always going to be ready for every opportunity that comes our way.
Yeah, of course. My head coach, Stephen Wright, Coach Jose, Coach Charlie, they see the same vision that I do, and I'm going to prove them right. But more importantly, I think a big part, especially for me, is my family. They're not going to be able to be out here tonight, but you best believe, la carne asada, my uncle and my aunt be screaming at those screens. So they're a huge part of that. They're a huge part of this, and they're the reason. So, thank you.
Right on. Yeah, I'm just ready to get to work, and I'm going to be ready to get to work because of my teammates, coaches, John Moore, Shannon, Luis Luna, Mateo, Joe Salcedo, everybody that I train with. We bust our ass every day, day in, day out. Tyler over here. man, we get after it. So I mean, and we all have the teammates that push us. Without our teammates, without our team, you know, this is a lonely sport, and we're not gonna reach our full potential. So come tomorrow night, we're all gonna get out there and bust some ass, and it's all because of the people that we surround ourselves with. You are who you are by who you hang out with. So surround yourself with good people, folks.
Yeah, just the same on this side, just about your team and how they got you prepared for this fight.
If I start to talk who I train, who I live, I got 50 Brazilians, superstars. I got a Draxton team, you know, John Jones, Holly Holm. You gotta be you, you know. This is people come and tell, oh, I train with this guy. Yeah, he's the guy, but you're nothing. Tomorrow night, Mr. Brandão, 214 champion, is gonna fight. I'm ready to fight. And this is the thing. Every day is a fight. Every fight is a fight. I cannot look because I beat him before like I'm going to beat him again. So I'm going to try make sure I put him down this time. And especially because now he's going to shoot me or blah, blah. I'm so scared and I'm going to sleep fast bulletproof. Bro, you don't understand where I'm coming from. I come from Brazil. Now, if you're in Brazil, that might happen for you. Now here, bro, you crazy? You been threatening me, you know? Stop talk shit, focus on your family. You have a beautiful family in the house. Imagine your daughter here saying you're gonna shoot somebody. You crazy. You're not gonna get to my mind, my friends. I'm Diego Brandão. Don't forget that who I come from, what I did for the sport in UFC, Rise in Japan, all over the place. You very good fighter, but you disrespect to me about saying shooting shit. Be careful what you say, man.
You know, I am so blessed to be a part of Jackson Wink MMA out in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We have some of the best coaches in the world who have trained world champions, and it shows, you know. I have Gracie Baja, Jackson Wink, all these gyms that are just constantly supporting you. And like what my opponent said, I don't think any of us could really be here without our family behind us, just constantly supporting and pushing us through this crazy life that we chose to live, you know? So everyone knows who they are, and I'm very blessed.
Yeah, huge shout out to Fitness Fight Factory and my entire team, F3 Fit, or F3. We got a group of killers over there. They're constantly putting in those rounds with me, making me better every day that I'm in the gym, and constantly growing, man. So shout out to them.
So I just moved back to my hometown. I'm back with Team Extreme. I feel really good to be back. Kwame Akasar is like a father figure for me, and I couldn't be any more happier. So.
I want to be able to, you know, first and foremost, thank God, honestly, begin better with my faith. And I think that's been making me be able to be a stronger person and an individual, to be able to, you know, tackle whatever comes my way. Also, you know, I want to shout out to my team, 316 Martial Arts. Dave Rickles, my coach, Cody Bittler, Chris Harris, Coach Steve. I mean, and also my family. I think that's more fuel and motivation to be out there and go and get that job done, you know. Shout out to my first lady, Lex, you know, my foster kids, all of them. Just being able to just know that I'm motivated by more than just a purpose. You know, my purpose is bigger than me. So I got to go out there and get a job done because, you know, when it come down to it, you know, a lot of these guys look up to me as superheroes or as this figure. You know, I can't let them people down. And just also, you know, my past has been, you know, real rough. Everybody done been through stuff, but just also utilizing that as motivation and fuel to just go out there and, you know, prove myself yet again of why I deserve to be here, you know. So I just want to be able to thank my team, you know, the hardships and just being able to just go out there and use all that stuff like that as fuel to be able to get the job done.
Yeah, first and foremost, I got to give thanks to Allah, my creator, the one who put me on this path, the one that gives me the strength to get up every day and go do what we love to do. Secondly, I got to thank my family because they sacrifice more than I do being able to do this. They go through so much, and they're just as motivated as me for tomorrow night. So I got to thank my family. Secondly, I got to give a big shout out to Team Genesis. Big shout out to Team Genesis. They literally, you know, took me in, welcoming. So much wonderful people over there. Coach Mark De La Rosa, Coach Kendrick, all my teammates, Chris Bareem, Colton Loud. I mean, you know, all these guys are just amazing people and amazing fighters. So big shout out to you guys. You guys all fuel me and give me the confidence to go out here and do my thing.
Thank y'all.
Okay, we got time for a couple more questions, maybe.
Kenny Nagun, State 06 Sports. Johnny, first of all, thank you for bringing the fight game back to Amarillo. We have a rich history here with the Evan Tanners, the Bentuello, the headhunter. I have a question for you. Why did you pick Amarillo? And I appreciate you bringing the fight game back. And Derek, if you don't mind answering, Mateo, for some people that are here from the 806, the history that we have here, I just really appreciate it if y'all talk on that a little bit.
We kind of picked this spot because we were looking to what I feel is West Texas sometimes, in my opinion, ends up on the opposite side of the fight card, if that makes sense. So bring fights back and let them fight close to their hometown. You know, give them a chance to not be traveling all the time. So give them a chance to be the hometown kid. You know, so that's pretty much why we're doing it. There's a ton of talent here. I mean, this whole area has a ton of talent, so there's no reason not to. But like I said, I think we'll make it a home here and a permanent stop. So we're excited.
Well, I appreciate that. I see a lot of fights, and I really appreciate the professionalism. And this is a class act, and tell us how we can support you. And the 806 will come out for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey everybody, this question's for our heavyweights. How do you feel turning pro so quickly?
I mean, it was now or never. Really, just the timing is just right. Is you know, we can't always just make our own schedule for what God plans for us. So you know, I'm just making sure that my plans align with God's plans and making sure that He could just take over. So as of right now, it was just the best opportunity and the best timing for that. So now it's just being able to do my due diligence by being able to showcase, why I'm here and why I deserve to be here. So I think that's just what I can be able to do and put forth.
Absolutely. And Julio, you?
Like Diego said earlier, I'm from Brazil also. I've been fighting my whole life. So this is just another step. Doesn't mean anything.
And how do you feel having an opportunity here at Peak Fighting Championships?
Oh, in my hometown. I'm going to show what I know. My family's here. So let's get it.
Wonderful. Well, thank you guys, everybody. See you tomorrow.
How can I be a fighter like you guys?
Oh, sweetheart, don't be a fighter. Go to college. Grow up, be beautiful, be a model, do anything else, there's no fun being a fighter.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Ignore what he said. Be what you want to be. Anything, whatever it is, be what you want to be. Just follow your heart.
I know. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We're gonna go ahead and get set up for the ceremonial weigh-in. So let's kick off here in about 5 minutes or less.